How's it going, everybody? Rye Brancher today, and we are back with our Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. And guys, before we get started, I want to say thank you so much for the support. And I know the season didn't end exactly how we wanted, but I'm excited for this off season. I also want to let you guys know I have a Discord channel, so go ahead, join that, interact with me and a bunch of other sports lovers. We talk hockey, we talk pretty much anything that goes on, baseball as well. Those are our two main ones, but also I now have a channel membership. So if you guys want to support the channel and help me grow it and add more features and things for you guys, go ahead and join the channel membership. The perks are down in the description. Go ahead and click the link and you guys can go ahead and find out. You're not committed to anything. It kind of works like a Twitch sub, so if you guys have ever tried that, you know, maybe give it a try here. But anyway, we are here ready to get her started. We kind of need to find ourselves a new manager and a new hitting coach. They weren't exactly great. And we seriously have a lot of budget. Like, I'm kind of surprised that our available budget is $92 million. Our team revenue is going to be close to $200 million, yet we're only spending, $95 million on player salaries. Obviously, the staff salaries are going to eat into that, but we have quite a bit of cap space, so I think I am going to go ahead and bring back guys like Kirby Yates and Semien. Odorizzi, he was okay for us. I mean, a 4.62 ERA is not exactly fantastic. 1.45 whip is really not good. WAR of 0.7. He's not somebody I'm dying to bring back either. I don't know if I can check out pending free agents. Maybe I can, but I think for now I'm going to find ourselves a manager here. Joe Madden here could be the guy. I mean, discipline, power, home runs per 9, and Ks per 9. That's actually really freaking good. Don't want anybody with a minus, really. There's Jeff Ratliff here, who's got contact, stealing. I don't know if I want stealing being boosted. Don't think I care too much. Speed could be good. Arm strength, plate vision, and stamina. I think Joe Madden might be the guy to go after. I really do think he might be the manager for us. Because, I mean, looking at all these guys, they have significant negatives to them. And Madden's just probably got the best attribute buffs. I like how picking a manager actually does matter. I guess I could go for, somebody with just a minus 2 blocking. But, I mean, that's not worth it for Burgess. But we'll have to see if these guys are even interested. Walks per 9, but contact bunting goes up. That's not worth it. Velocity, Ks per 9 in contact, but -1 to blocking. So Alan Scandura could be the guy. I mean, especially if Joe Madden, but I mean, it's just power +2 and then home runs and strikeouts per 9 plus plate discipline as well. He's won 2 pennants, 1 World Series title, 8 postseason appearances, and 4 championship appearances. So he's looking for 2 to 4 years. I'll give him 3 years. It's $7.1 million a year. It's going to cut into our budget, but I do think having him is going to make this team just better. So we'll go ahead. He's got average interest level. If we review the staff as well, we need to find ourselves a pitching coach. This is the one where we might have to actually make a decision, but Damon Odell or Eddie Baez. Clutch, velocity, break, home runs per 9, control, and clutch. I think I'd rather do control and... Yeah, I'd rather have the home runs per 9. I think Damon Odell, if we can get him, I will give him $4 million. That's 1.3 a year, a little bit more than what he wants. For 3 years, he's incredibly interested. So if we just maybe tune down our offer to the 3.3 a year, he's not quite as interested. So we'll do 3.5. Yeah, that puts his interest up. Okay. 3.7, I think, yeah, that should probably get her done. 3.7 for 3 years, I think is fine. Managers, maybe I should give Madden a little bit more money. I mean, 7.1 per year, we're talking, quite a bit of money. 7.4 per year would probably get it done. 7.3, he's interested, but we're not guaranteed. Let's go ahead and negotiate with our free agents. Kirby Yates here, 1 year. Wow, he's looking for $12.4 million for 1 year, and he's not really thrilled about it. I kind of only want to give him 1 year, being 35. 2 years, actually, is probably more so, would make him happier. 11 point... Yeah, I'll give him the 11.4 he's looking for 2 years, giving him the closer role. He's 35, so he shouldn't drop off too much. He was really good this past season, so I'm going to offer him that contract. Same thing with Semien. I'm going to give him a contract offer here. 5 years at 10.3 per year. Wants to be an everyday player. He's good. He definitely wants the security of a longer deal. So I think I'm going to give him that longer deal, $10 million a season. Again, guys, like I said, 22 million. We would still have $70 million in the budget available, which is quite ridiculous. And we don't have a lot of players to sign here. Odorizzi, depends on how much he wants. He wants, what, 1 year at $6.2 million. That's not bad. He wasn't good at all. And I think I'd rather save it. You know, if I'm going to give somebody $7-8 million, I think I can find somebody better in free agency. Joe Panik is a decent guy to platoon. If we give him 5 years, he'd be 31. 3 years, he wants 3.1 a year. I can give him the 3.1 a year for 3 years. I'm definitely not too worried about that. He wants to be on a contender. He's fine with where we are, so we're not exactly a contender. But we should be close. Tanner Roark, how did he do this season? 3.7 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. His WAR was 0.5, so not too bad. He started 20 games for us. Of the 30 games he pitched in, he went 12-6. He had 1 save, so he's kind of a guy that I'd like to keep around. He was fine. Make an offer to him. Yeah, $3.5 million a year is like, this is the kind of guy I'm not too worried about. I'll give him 7.2, 3.6 a year. Give him a little bit more. Steven Matz is growing at the age of 30, not by much, I bet, and was absolutely awful. Still had half a WAR, but like still, he started 27 games, went 8-8, 34 games he pitched in. He just was not good. I don't think I want to bring him back. David Phelps, the relief pitcher, is fine with 1.1 per year, but how was he? He played 15 games for us, 7.11 ERA. Yeah, that is, I'm going to let him go. And then Tyler Chatwood, the relief pitcher, played for the Bisons, it looks like. So he was, actually, no, he played for us. 25 games played for us. ERA of 6.4, 173 out of the pen. Yeah, I'm going to let these 3 guys here at the bottom go. I'm going to let Odorizzi go as well. So we just go ahead and advance the day. Joe Madden is accepted. Okay, so Madden is now going to be the Astros manager. Damon Adele has accepted our offer, so that's good to see. So we do probably want to get on getting a manager. Alan Scandura was the guy. They want to offer him a pitching coach. These 2 guys are getting managers to be offers to be a manager, excuse me. Dustin Park. I mean, Jeff Ratliff, +3 stealing, +1 contact. He's not exactly what I'd call a great manager for boosts anyway. Rich O'Keefe, +2 speed, +1 arm strength, plate vision, and stamina. So we'd be a better fielding team, it seems, under him, which is something we probably do need to improve on. So Rich O'Keefe, I think I'm going to make him the offer to be my manager. Yeah, I'm offering him to be my manager here. He's looking for $4.2 million. I'll give him the 3 years at $4.2 million. Let's give him a little bit more money than that. We'll give him $4.5 million a year. That should get Rich O'Keefe to become our manager. And it looks like, if I can guess, looks like, okay, delete all. That's fine. Yeah, that's the scouting right there. Shane Bieber. Okay, that's whatever. They're trying to tell me something, but it's not exactly giving me many updates. So if we just take a quick look here, we definitely got some of our guys back. We got Kirby Yates back. We got Semien back. Panik and Roark are still pending our offer. They're pretty interested, though. You can see up there the interest level's relatively high. They're going to be guys that, I just kind of stash too. Odorizzi's going to go. I know we're going to need pitchers, but we're going to have $70 million in the budget available, so we can probably go after a couple big-name players. We'll advance a day here. We'll see. We haven't gotten anybody yet. Yeah, you can see all transactions here. We'll go to the Blue Jays. Panik and Roark accepted. Yeah, they accepted their offer. So did Semien and Yates. So there we go. Those guys are back on their deals. You can see just the guys that I wanted to get rid of. $62 million available in the budget. I actually kind of want to see, are we going to get Rich O'Keefe? Yeah, it looks like we probably will. Nobody's really offering him any contract. Let's check out, see if it's changed. Rich, I was like, he's rather be a third base coach than a manager. No, it's Rich O'Keefe here. Is in line to become our next manager. He's just waiting probably to get some more offers. He's probably not going to get any more offers. We should hear something back. No, I'd like to not stop simulating. Is he not going to offer salary arbitration? So we can offer arbitration to Danny Jansen. So explanation of arbitration for those of you that may be new is right here. between 3 to 6 years of service, arbitration, eligible player, and if we can't agree on a contract, we can go to arbitration and have them pick something in between. Club and players submit their desired salary, and the arbitrators reviewing players and clubs. So we can find a solution in between. An agreement has still not been reached. Which salary figure of the two is the most appropriate? So there's two types of arbitration. I think the MLB does the one where the team and the player submit something, and the arbitrator has to pick between one or the other. Whereas in hockey, if you go to arbitration, they can pick something within the range of the two. So Danny Jansen, I can offer him arbitration. I'd like to make him an offer though. I kind of want to keep him around. You know, he's got that B potential. He's growing nicely. He had a decent season, not good average wise. His WAR was 0.1, so he's actually not been that good. His strikeout percentage is it's not terrible, but his batting runs are not good. But he has created a few runs there. So yeah, he's not stealing any bases. But he had really not a good year at all. Yeah, his fielding percentage was .995. He only had 3 errors on the season. Let's see. How many games did he play? He played 69. Nice games. So I don't know. Is he worth it? Because if we take a look at the roster, we got Reese McGuire too, who bats lefty, throws righty. Can we take a look at the roster really quickly? Take a look at our catchers. We've got Gabriel Moreno, who's probably ready to be the backup catcher in the majors. I don't think Danny Jansen is worth it. I think Danny Jansen is the guy. Reese McGuire played more than Danny Jansen this season. He had a better average by quite a bit. His fielding percentage was much better. He had a much better WAR. So Danny Jansen, I think I might let him go. I think we're going to let Danny Jansen go because I want to free up space for Gabriel Moreno to come in and be a platoon catcher, a bench catcher for us. So I don't think I'm going to offer him arbitration. Rowdy Tellez, I like Rowdy Tellez. He had a poor season hitting, though. It's tough because we've only gone through one season. He had 3 errors. His WAR was not good. So Trent Thornton, though, with the B potential and 28 and pitching, 15 games started. He went 5-17. Good Lord. Yeah, our pitching staff just needs a serious overhaul. Ross Stripling, though, I feel like, yeah, he was good this season. So we're going to make him an offer. We'll give him 3 years, but he's looking for 2.7 a year. I will give him I'll give him about $8.5 million for 3 years. I am fine with that. He's arbitration eligible, but he probably should accept that. Here he pitched, Ryan Baruki pitched 53 games, 57 innings. Yeah, he was good as well. So some of these guys, I'd like to give them an offer. I'm fine with the 2.1 million per year for him. He's 28 for 5 years. So Danny Jansen, probably not going to give him anything. Rowdy Tellez, I'm going to offer him arbitration. I'm going to submit that offer of 580,000. Okay, you may continue negotiating. So we offered him arbitration of 580,000. Actually, 2 years for him might be like a sweet spot. He's a platoon player, and 4 million for 2 years. It seems to really pique his interest. 1 year here, and he's only looking for like 1.5 million. I think I'd do that. I think I'd give him 1 year at 1.5 million. We'll come back to this next year. So we offered him arbitration, but we're offering him 1.5 million. If he turns that up, he's an absolute numpty. Anyway, AJ Cole, probably not a guy we want to bring back either, but he could probably pitch in the minors just fine. 2 years at 1.1 million. He wants to be depth. He would be depth. I'm fine with that. Let's go ahead and offer him that. Tender contracts. These players are under team control because they don't qualify for arbitration yet. If these players are not tendered a contract by December 2nd, they become free agents. If a contract renewable player decides to decline your offer, you can still renew their contract for no less than 80% of their previous salary. So a guy like Joaquin Diaz, why don't we get him under team control as long as possible, right? If he's looking for 500,000 a year, he's 23, but he's already looking, fairly good. He played in the majors. 219 wasn't good, but again, he's still growing, right? He had less than 200 at bats, 19 RBIs in that span there. His fielding percentage was okay. His WAR was a 1.0, so I definitely kind of want to lock him up. I don't know if I want to lock him up for 4 or 5 years, because then all of a sudden he's looking for decent money. 3 years, I think we'll really, the jury will be out on him after that. So we're going to give him that 3-year deal. Alek Manoah, who's having a good season in real life, we'll give him that same 3-year timeline. Reese McGuire, the catcher, definitely want to bring him back. 4 years, 5 years, he wants 13.6. 4 years, he wants 2.6 per year. So I think that just makes way more sense. To one fewer year, we've got a prospect catcher in the system who looks fairly promising. I'm not even paying attention to how much I'm offering. I'll give him the 2.6 or 10.6 over 4 years. He'll be an everyday catcher. I can promise him that. That should get it done. Julian Merriweather was up and down this season. I don't know why I toggled it. Was not very good. Was not good. He's dropping an overall. Zach Logue looks like, somebody I definitely want to make an offer to. Can't offer him more than the 1 year, so I will definitely do that. Sean Dyer, same thing. Can't offer him more than 1 year. Joey Murray, same thing there. Tommy Malone, give him an offer. Why not? He's looking for $430,000 a year. I don't know why all of a sudden, he's got no interest in this contract. I don't know what's going to make him interested. So he wants a serious. I don't think I want to give him a contract. Gabriel Moreno is that promising catcher. We'll make him an offer. That classic 3-year deal, $90,000 a year. If it turns out to be a winner there, then I'll be very happy. Again, just signing all these players here, these young promising players. Jordan Romano, make him an offer. Actually, I think Jordan Romano, relief pitcher. He's a 69 overall, but he is growing. He had a 6.07 ERA. When he came up here, he only pitched, pitched 69 innings. We'll bring him back, I think. He's cheap. 3 years, 2 years, he's looking for $800,000 a year. We'll give him the $850 a year that he's looking for 2 years. That's really not too bad of a contract. Make an offer here. William Ouellette. We're just going to offer everybody we can a contract. $1.1 million. Actually, this 28-year-old relief pitcher, 3 years. Give him the $733 a year. Eric Pardinho. He's an easy contract to give. Jonathan Davis. 4 years. Yeah, we'll see if we can get him in that under $1 million a year. $725 should get it done. Nate Pearson, the starting pitcher. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's gonna definitely. Yeah, we'll just give him the money. Vernon Castilla. Yeah, we can't offer him anything else. Wow, there's a lot of players, a lot of high potential prospects, guys. So I'm gonna finish off this list, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. All right, guys. So I just did go ahead and offer pretty much everybody a contract. Actually, where is our staff? Can I see our staff? No, not anymore. I swear. Okay, that actually concerns me a bit, but players I could lose in the Rule 5 draft. Yeah, I'm not too worried about some of these guys, right? Like, if they take them, they have to play them in the majors the whole season. So, Chris Bryant became a free agent. Javi Baez, Francisco Lindor, Starling Marte, Trevor Story, Corey Seager. What? All these guys are becoming free. Oh, I don't know, but like free agency 2 is in 13 days. So we'll see. Free agency, Freddie Freeman, Trevor Story. Oh, these guys are all qualified, so we'd have to give up our first. Noah Syndergaard, 89 overall, A potential. He's still 28 years old. Is definitely somebody I'd like to go after, especially since the Mets didn't qualify him. He wants to be an ace. He won't probably be an ace here, but I'll promise he'll be an ace. He wants to be closer to home, and he is from Texas. Okay. So let's go like starting pitchers. He is just the best starting pitcher available, and I definitely want to bring him in. Bieber, Syndergaard, and Ryu is instantly better, and Alek Manoah. I mean, our starting rotation could be really good next year, guys, and that was like our issue last year. I'm gonna just do a normal structure here. I'm gonna give him, I think, $28 million a year for 5 years. It'll be 33 at the end of his deal here. We'll offer him that contract. We blow the Pirates out of the water as far as contract offers are concerned. Cole Hamels here. He's 38. Yeah, he's on the decline. Samardzija. is probably not the guy. J.A. Happ, not after the season he's having this year. But our budget should be okay looking at that with Syndergaard potentially coming in. The qualifying offers here, these guys are qualified. Signing a player that received a qualifying offer will forfeit a draft pick to his previous team. I'd like to keep the draft picks if at all possible. Chris Bryant at third base could be a serious upgrade for third. Just depends on how much money he wants. He wants to be a star for 5 years. I think I would do 4 years, get him till he's 34. Offer him that $14.2 million per year. He's probably, yeah, we're going to be way, way higher there. So our budget is looking pretty thin, but upgrading at third base is definitely something we need to do. If we take a look at our current roster, starting pitchers here, yeah. Shohei Ohtani. Oh, God, I forgot we got Ohtani, too. Bieber, Ohtani, Ryu, and then Syndergaard on top of Alek Manoah. That's a seriously upgraded rotation. And then taking a look at third baseman, Vlad Guerrero's staying at first base. Kevon Biggio can play second. Shortstop will stay Bo Bichette. I guess Semien will then become a platoon player. Bo Bichette up to an 86 is really, really good. But as a shortstop, Vlad Guerrero Jr., can play third. His fielding is okay. His arm strength is improving. So if he can improve in that, that'd be great. The outfield, though, I mean, right field is probably an area we want to improve on, although we could always play Joaquin Diaz there. Teoscar Hernandez, Springer, Diaz is not terrible. I believe, going after Chris Bryant, I think he can play in the outfield. Let's go to free agency here. Chris Bryant Chris Bryant can play right field. I think I'd rather him play left field just because the arm strength and everything. Although, yeah, I'm sure I could make it work to get a guy like Chris Bryant in. 263 last season. He hit 22 home runs, which is really good. 61 RBIs. Fielding percentage of 97%, which is not actually great. So maybe not in the outfield. And a 3.2 WAR is fairly significant. So he's definitely a guy that would improve this roster. Syndergaard pitched 190 innings. 3.93 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. So, I mean, it's honestly an improvement over what we have. His WAR is 3.2, so a little bit of a decline from his real-life 2019 season. But I think coming back, he is growing as well. He's missing out on home run per 9, but I still think that he'd be a phenomenal acquisition. My favorite player in baseball, too, so a little bit of a bias there. I probably could knock down his contract offer just a bit to like $25.5 million per year. $25.5 million per year. Yeah, so we knocked that down a bit. Definitely saving up some space in the budget. Same thing here. We'll offer Chris Bryant just a little bit less for his 5 years here. Can we give him $50 million for 5 years? No, yeah, So we're giving him $12.5 million a year. There, we're still the #1 team on the list. There, Syndergaard, we're gonna maybe even back that down a bit. I can't promise him ace minutes, so maybe I will just give him more money, but because Bieber's our ace. So yeah, we're saving a little bit there. Interest level still far and away the best. And if there's somebody I'd rather lose out on, I'd rather lose out on Chris Bryant than Noah Syndergaard. But looking at, players, we offered Bryant a contract, and then all these other players are just qualified here. Yolmer Sanchez here, 78. B potentially is growing, which is nice, but nobody else is screaming like a guy that I need to go after and go get. Maybe an upgrade in the bullpen. David Robertson, he's 36. What does he want in the bullpen? 2 years depth, $2 million a year. He's 36. Yeah, he probably would be an upgrade for the bullpen. I'm pretty sure I can just withdraw the offer too. Shane Green there for the bullpen, but he's not doing as well. So David Robertson, I think we'll hold on to his value more. But yeah, so those are the free agent offers we are going to make. I didn't go after anybody with a qualifying offer because I want to keep those first round picks. I think we're okay. So if we sim, Rich O'Keefe has accepted to become our manager. Christian Vasquez signed with the catcher signing with the Cardinals. Advancing a day, Roberto Perez signing with the Reds, who are splashing some cash. Interesting. Let's see, free agency. How are we looking on our guys that we've offered? We are still the #1 guy on Noah Syndergaard, and we are #2 on Chris Bryant now. So we're probably going to have to increase our offer. I'll give him 5 years at $69 million. Then we become... we can't make that offer. Ooh, interesting. Anybody else here that's not qualified that would be an improvement to the roster? I don't think going after Chris Bryant would make sense. I'd rather keep my eggs in the Noah Syndergaard basket. Chris Bryant, I mean, as much as I'd love to, do it, we don't really have a ton of budget to do it. Give him 5 years, but can I give him, 62 million, 12.4 per year? Our budget, yeah, so our max offer is 31. Projected surplus would go down. Payroll obviously goes up. So we would drop then. So we got to offer him more than that if we're going to get him. I don't know if he's worth it either. I may withdraw the offer. We'd still have 13 million in available budget. I do want to spend, but 13 million. So I'd have to get him down. Does he want more years would make him happier, but I'm going to go down to 13 million, actually 12.9 million per year just to be safe. 64.5 million. We'd be the number 1 team. 49.3. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Ooh, interesting. So I'm going to withdraw the offer. I'm going to let Miami have him if they want him, but I would definitely like to get Syndergaard. I think pitching was our issue. Semien, I offered him a contract. I brought him back too, so I think we're fine there. Joaquin Diaz still hasn't accepted his contract offer. Rowdy Tellez, I offered him arbitration, but he should definitely take that offer. None of these other guys. I mean, Trent Thornton, 74. Could he have a bounce back year? Maybe. He's never really proven to be good at all. So growing a little bit, still not very good. I probably don't want to. Actually, I probably should. I'll give him. You know what? I'll give him a 1-year deal. Give him another prove it deal. For 1.4, 1.5 million should be fine. We should be okay there. Yeah, so I think we'll continue to sim. Tigers are interested in offering us a trade. They would give us starting pitcher Garrett Hill. Where he is so he's 67 with B potential, and they want Vernon Castilla, a left fielder of ours. I'd rather keep Castilla. I mean, if we're going after Syndergaard, and we got Alek Manoah, and we've got pitchers in the system, I don't know if I want to do that trade. So we're going to advance through that. Let's just check on the Noah Syndergaard race. We are now second. Wow, we are offering so much more money than the Rangers, but they're closer to home. Shoot, okay, how about 5 years? I can't promise him being the ace. I can promise him to be the rotation. 26.2 million per year. We would go back up to first. We still have 47 million in available budget, but that's what, like 11 million? I mean, I'm going after Noah Syndergaard, no doubt about it. And I think Chris Bryant signed. I think so. If we go take a look at third baseman, he did sign. Where did he sign? He signed with Miami, right? So I did let them have him. Blue Jays, we are going to get Noah Syndergaard. Thank goodness I went back in and checked, because we get Noah Syndergaard. That is a big win for us, guys. It's got 5 years, 131 million. It's a lot of money, but man, is our starting rotation going to look nasty. I mean, just take a look at it. We'll take a look at the roster. Starting pitcher, we've got Bieber, Syndergaard, Ohtani, Ryu, and Manoah. That's a seriously good starting rotation. Ohtani, how did he hit pretty darn well. 20 home runs, not as good as real life. But as a pitcher, did not do well per se. So maybe I don't want to use him as a pitcher. He pitched in 33 games, 126 innings, giving up 102 ERA. That is almost a run, per inning. So that's very bad. But he is growing as far as his attributes are concerned. But his walks and home, it's just, he strikes out, but he just doesn't, do well enough for me to want to say he's a pitcher. Guys, how should I use Ohtani? If you've made it this far in the video, let me know how I should be using Ohtani. Should I be using him as the two-way player, as the DH, and then the pitcher? Or should I just play him out in right field, where he would probably upgrade the right fielders? Over Randall Grichuk, Joaquin Diaz can still be a platoon guy. George Springer and Teoscar Hernandez with Ohtani out in right. I think I'm fine with that. And then our rotation still looks decent to me. I mean, Shane Bieber, Syndergaard, and Ryu. And then you throw in Alek Manoah and then Trent Thornton, maybe. Maybe Zachary Logue. I don't know how to say his name, but, maybe some of these guys down here, I think there are options for us to make Ohtani a one-way player, because just in-game, I don't know if it works. with him as the DH. But I think we're fine. We have some players to still re-sign. Keon Kella's going to the Angels, the relief pitcher. And Freddie Freeman goes to the Cubs. Interesting. Very interesting deal. 7 years, $31 million per season. Who is still left in free agency? Trevor Story is not qualified anymore. We have about $10 million available in our budget. So starting pitcher wise, we're probably looking more along the lines of Jimmy Nelson than we are looking at guys like Eduardo Rodriguez or even like Story, Lindor. Yeah, we just don't have the budget to sign some of these guys. Kyle Seager could be an upgrade. He's got huge power, right? Decent fielding. How did he hit last season? 211, not great, but he hit 35 home runs. Good Lord. 1.7 WAR. You can always go after McCutchen. He's cheaper. He's an outfielder. Could be a guy to bring off the bench, too. Not a great fielder. Andrelton Simmons. Yeah, Eduardo Rodriguez. Yeah, we're probably not going to get him. Miguel Rojas. Kyle Schwarber. Yeah, power galore against righties. But Yolmer Sanchez, a platoon guy. We already, I think, have enough. Wilmer Flores, my boy. Wilmer Flores. Actually, could be a really good addition just to platoon him. We'll give him 3 years, and we'll give him the $4.5 million per year. I think that's fine for me. Still leaving us with $6 million. And I think we're fine. Kyle Seager would be a nice upgrade. He's definitely got power. He's definitely a good hitter for sure. I don't know why his batting average was so bad. Well, I guess his discipline and vision is actually pretty good. He's not incredible in the clutch, but I mean, for the most part, he's a quality third baseman. At 34 years old, he can still do a job for us. It's pretty good WAR. I mean, do I go after Kyle Seager? Do I just, you know what? No, I think I'm going to give the playing time to guys like Semien, Biggio, Guerrero, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. Trade talks. Take a look at our team now. We're 4th in starting pitching. Obviously, right fielders need to improve. Third base and first, yeah, that's not a priority for me. If you take a look here, you know, we got Rowdy Tellez. He's fine as a platoon option. We'll also bring in Wilmer Flores. That probably means Joe Panik. Not really a platoon option anymore, which I think is an upgrade. Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette, and yeah, Bo Bichette at short, Semien at second, Guerrero at first, Biggio at third, maybe. Yeah, Biggio at third sounds like a really, really good idea to me. Yeah, Biggio at third, Guerrero at first. And then we have Bichette at short and Semien at second. I mean, I could actually, Semien's arm is not great. So I think I'd rather him not play third, but he's got really good accuracy and reactions. So he could play second base just fine. He's literally looks like he's built to be a second baseman. So I think our infield is set. The outfield with Teoscar Hernandez, Springer, and then maybe Joaquin Diaz, maybe Shohei Ohtani is fine with me. Taking a look at the starting pitchers, Bieber, Syndergaard, Ohtani, if we use him as a two-way player, is fine. Ryu, Manoah, and then Trent Thornton or Julian Merriweather. Merriweather, I think, had a much better... Actually, they didn't really have a good year, either of them. Hopefully, Trent Thornton bounces back, though. Relief pitchers, we've got David Robertson, Ross Stripling. It starts to fall off a bit. Maybe I want to get some quality relievers. But Kirby Yates in the closer spot is still a really good closer. We've got, you know, a potential Saul Dyer. So we got one for every level. We'll move him to AAA. Yes, we'll move Brian Baker to Class A. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we probably want to look at a reliever in free agency. There's still some decent. Shane Green, 73. Ryan Tepera. I mean, Shane Green was dropping off. He was growing. I think his stuff is better too anyway. He did not play at all in 2021. Interesting. Nope, I didn't. So I could have gone after him. And a decent season here from Ryan Tepera on the Cubs. I think I could probably go after both of them maybe. He wants like 3-4 million for a season. There's Chasen Streve, who is, I think, fine. Had a decent year. Actually had not too bad of a year for Pittsburgh. And, you know, it's tough to succeed on Pittsburgh. There's Steve Cishek, which is actually a cheaper deal. I'll give him a 2-year deal. I don't want to give him, like, any money. 1.6. He's got almost no interest in that. 1 year. Cishek is from Massachusetts, so I don't know why 1 year at 1.7 is like great for him. I'll give him 1 year at 1.8. That's wow. Okay, disrespecting Toronto. I see. We'll give him 1.9. So that would get him away from them. He had actually a fantastic season out of the bullpen. Not a great WAR, but ERA and WHIP looking very nice. I mean, he didn't pitch a ton of innings, but I think yes, Chasen Shreve and then Steve Cishek out of the bullpen would definitely improve it. I mean, I could go after Shane Green, but you know, 1.9 million a year for 1 year actually is probably better than offering Cishek 1.9 million or Shreve 3. Actually, wait, no, that's just about the same. I'm gonna withdraw the offer there, and I think I'm gonna go after Shane Green and Shreve, because I could go after Para too for 1 year, but he's looking for way too much money for 1 year. I don't know why. Maybe he's improving. I don't know. But we're going to go after 2 relievers there. Go to the calendar. Trevor Story goes to Oakland. Moneyball, baby. Yeah, that's a Moneyball signing right there if I've ever seen one. Yeah, just kidding. So we're still pending on Shane Green and Chasen Shreve. We'll go to the calendar here. Free agency, we're still waiting on them. The 40-man roster. How are we looking? Who is not on the 40-man that should be on the 40-man? Yeah, he's on the 40-man, so who's on the 40-man? That probably shouldn't be. Brian Baker probably doesn't need to be on the 40-man at 57 overall. I'm going to remove him from the 40-man roster. Is there... Yes, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. No for David Robertson. I'd probably want to add him to the 40-man. Yes. He's going to be moved to the MLB. Yes. I don't know why his morale is in the dumps. No idea, but... Saul Dyer, yeah, they'd have to play these guys the whole season. Gabriel Moreno is on the 40-man. That's fine. How many people do we have on the 40-man? We've only got 37, so we can add a few more. Hopefully when those pitchers sign in free agency, we will be able to have some more. Yes, I'd like to stop simulating. Free agency, they're still... Okay, so we won't have to protect them because they're still in free agency. If we take a look at our 40-man right now, we gotta add like 2 more players to it. Probably 1 more player. I think Zach Lowe, I think I'd rather have him be on the 40-man. Or Miguel Geraldo. I mean, he'd have to play the whole season in the majors, but if they took him, but I'm going to add him to the 40-man just because he's really promising and maybe he can come up eventually. So that's the one I'm going to add. Going to advance. Tampa Bay has claimed Brian Baker off waivers. That's fine. He was awful anyway. Today is the last day. No, we can keep going. Do we sign our guys? We haven't gotten our guys yet. Free agency, closing pitchers. Roberto Osuna wants a ton of money. I just need somebody for the system. Sean Nunez is 27 with A potential. I'll give him an offer, right? Why not? He can be a minor leaguer. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for anyway. Carlos Correa goes. The Angels are loading up, man. The Angels are loading up. Yeah, no, don't stop simulating because we got everybody we would want back. There's some relief pitchers there. Roberto Osuna goes to the Giants. Chasen Shreve is no longer interested in the Blue Jays offer. Okay, let's actually take a look at that. Relief pitchers. Yeah, no, he's not interested in our offer anymore. We actually have projected to have a deficit. Can I look at the transactions? Can we see what happened at all with our signings? Or let's just actually see. Do we get our guys? No, not calendar. Let's go up to roster, relief pitchers. We did get Shane Green. He's now the best reliever in the club. And that's fine with me. I think I'm fine with those couple guys in the bullpen. I'm going to add him to the 40-man. That's fine. And move him to the MLB. That's fine there. Apparently we need to sign some minor leaguers. But I'm just going to ignore that for now. Go to the draft. Will Smith from the Braves. Braves acquired David Peterson and Brett Batty for Will Smith. Interesting. So the Mets finding another closer, probably somebody just for the bullpen. Interesting. So we're going to advance. Oh, wow. So Zach Lowe got taken by us, or from us. Wow. Some interesting players getting taken. Maybe we'll see. I mean, there's nobody really. Robinson Cano. Is there a recommended player? Gerard Eichhoff, starting pitcher, 77 overall. Have to play him in them. I'd rather have J.C. Cloney. He's younger. He's got high potential. I'd play him in the majors the whole season. His stamina's fine. Do we have any relief pitchers here? John Brabia actually would not be a bad guy to go get. He's not signed though, so that wouldn't help us too much. J.C. Cloney though would be a good player to add to the starting rotation. Yes, take him. And we'll see it here in the second round. This is when usually things start to die out. Pick a player. Do we want any of these guys? I mean, because that's the problem. We have to play them in the majors the whole season, right? So I'd need them in the 70s to even consider it. Taking a look at the next recommended player. It's again a starting pitcher. Yeah, no, they're going to just they really want me to take Jared Eichhoff. I think I'd rather take John Brabia. I mean, he didn't play at all last season. But I would he'd be the best reliever in the club. So I think I'm going to draft him. And then we'll probably just auto draft our way on out. Just simulate the rest. Any players will need to remain on my MLB roster, which is fine. Arbitration, John Brabia, offer him a contract, give him a 2-year deal, actually a 3-year deal worth 2.1 per year. I'm fine with that. Yeah, and our available budget is still $4 million, so we're fine with that as well. So calendar-wise, I think we're good to sim to arbitration hearings. And for 59, oh my sweet goodness, that was a fast sim. And there's a big trade. There's some names Kent Maeda going to the Cleveland Indians from the Twins. Oh my God, that's Nico Goodrum is a free agent. Interesting. It's a decent depth option. If he were to want a nice contract. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to give him that contract, but our projected deficit is 2.76. So take a look at the budget. How are we looking? So we're looking to have spent, okay, so our projected yearly deficit is about 2.76 million. Maybe we want to trade away somebody that is overpaid, like a Randall Grichuk, although is he really overpaid? For a 77, Wilmer Flores, we paid 4.4 million to. Tanner Roark probably doesn't need to come back anymore. We could probably get rid of him and actually see trade talks. Yeah, starting pitcher, Tanner Roark probably doesn't need to come back at 3.6. Suggest a trade. We'll get prospects for him. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anybody. Ooh, Tyler Johnson, 25 though. 23C, is that almost better? I'm not too sure. Actually, that center fielder would be at 57. I'd almost rather do that. And we would clear up our budget a ton. Yeah, I mean, there's a relief pitcher, Jerson Moreno at 25, 65. Yeah, that's a deal I think I'd be willing to make. His salary's so cheap. I think I'm going to take that deal from the Tigers. Although they're going to give me a potential A closing pitcher in Israel De La Cruz. That could be a closer with an A potential. That would help fill up some decent, ooh, actually 23A right fielder from the Twins. 23A 61. I think that's a guy that I could definitely, or Joey Bates. I mean, 61 at 23 versus 53 at 22. Yeah, I think I'd rather take the Twins deal. Although Kevin Maitan from the Angels. There's some actually really interesting trades here. I didn't think we were going to get anything too special here, but we actually got some interesting trade offers. Luis Ibanez, 20 years old at A potential from the Mariners. I think I'm going to snap up on that Mariners deal. The Rangers center fielder A potential at 21 actually sounds like a much better deal. So it's the Rangers deal that still got the winner for me. I'd rather get like an A potential prospect, right? Because they could be something. A potential, yeah, no, not there. He's in the 40s. Cardinals, no, not seeing anything I like here. Dodgers. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go take that. Yeah, I'm going to go take that Rangers trade. The Rangers with Willie Espinoza, 21-year-old center fielder and outfielder with A potential at 21. You know, by the time he's in his mid-20s, he could be really good for us. So, and besides, Roark, not necessary. Going to clear up basically 3.6 million in salary. So we're going to offer that trade, get rid of him. Beautiful. So we do get a high potential player roster. Finally agreed to our trade deal. But if we take a look at our budget now, Our yearly surplus is 757,000. So we fixed our salary issue. It just kind of happened to work out like that. We're spending a little bit more on staff salaries than we used to. And the player salaries, obviously, we kind of went all in on a guy like Noah Syndergaard. Springer's making a ton of money. They already went all in on. Shane Bieber now is not a guy that was previously on the roster. But if we sim to renewable contracts, I think we're fine. We can sim up to spring training and take a look here, guys. I mean, that roster is way better. I mean, position ranked through 30 teams. First baseman, we got Vlad Guerrero, which is fine. Third baseman, we're going to have, Biggio or Semien. I think Biggio's going to play third. I mean, I'm fine with that. Bo Bichette at shortstop is a really quality player. Our starting pitching, which was the issue of last season, is now ranked fourth. Guys, I do need your help on what I should do with Shohei Ohtani, whether I should continue using him as a DH and as a... oh, God, I don't care. I already saw that. Should I use him as a DH and everything too? Oh, scouts. Hire scouts. One of our scouts has retired, so we do need to bring in a new scout. What region do we need to bring in? Right now, I'm not going to deal with that. I think we need an international scout. But taking a look at that, guys, we got the 6th best roster in just one offseason. We're 13th in contact, 7th in power, 3rd in pitching. Still not good on defense, but 17th in speed. Speed's fine for me as well. But 7th in power, 3rd in pitching, and 13th in contact. Those are the ones I want to see. Defense will improve it someday. We got young guys that'll grow. Shane Bieber's a 95. Syndergaard's 89. Kirby Yates, 88. Bo Bichette's now up to an 86. Teoscar Hernandez, 85. Biggio at an 83. Springer an 83. Shohei Ohtani at an 82. And everything else is what we've seen before. But Vlad Guerrero, could improve defensively. I guess Cavan Biggio is actually pretty good defensively. I wonder where the lack of defense, maybe it's the arm strength in the outfield. Because Bo Bichette, actually as a shortstop, could improve his fielding a bit, but just all around, he's so good. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.